Hi, in this video I will show you how to restore the headlight. And just so I share, the information in this video is provided for educational and informational purpose only. However, so you see the yellow burn stain on the headlight. I'm trying to use these compounds, polish and stuff to restore the headlight. Doesn't matter what brand you get. I'm not promoting or advertising for any brand. You can get whatever you get in Amazon or AutoZone, O'Reilly, any store close to you. I just got these online and they work for me. So let's get into it. I use this polishing. You can use glove. I used my hand. Honestly, you should take the safety, so you should use the glove. Usually I do use glove, to be honest, but this time this was easier. So you can rub it in there, and then you can use a towel, you can use a brush, anything that I personally use something that has some roughness into it, so it can take off the dead plastic or the burnt material on it. So you can use this, some brush, something like that. You can gently rub it back and forth, use it in different directional. So you can use it in all headlight. I would take more precaution on the lenses, even though I will use it in the further in the video. However, see, now I wipe it down. This is the first wipe. Of course you have to do many of it, but the whole process should not take you more than 10 minutes, to be fair. Okay, we wipe it again. So you take the paste off, then the other wipe you should really press it down, so you take off all the debris and rust and like burnt stuff. See, in comparison, the other side still has the yellowish stain, but this one is fairly cleaner than the other one. Now I'm using this cutting compound, some type of polish. Again, use glove. This is just me. I wasn't using glove, but you should definitely use a glove. I was using eye protection, so you should use eye protection on glove. You can you can apply to it by brush and use the brush, so you don't even necessarily have to use your hand, honestly. Apply it evenly. Then use a brush. Should not press really hard, do it really gently. Just rub it back and forth. You can do spinning, different directions. This is helping to just, taking off the residue of the burnt plastic. By doing this, you are removing all the stains and yellow side. This is a sandpaper 2000 grit. I'm using it, but honestly you should be very careful, because if you're pushing it or like putting a lot of pressure, you can scratch your lens. But if it should never be dry. You should have a polish or water, whatever. It has to be wet. And then honestly, when I'm putting there, I'm not even putting any pressure. You can just like use it on the, I would say, for top surface, or any the places that doesn't do a lot of damage. So there the light doesn't go through there anyway. It's just for like at some point for decoration. So I wouldn't mind even if there would be some scratches, but if you use it on the front, don't apply a lot of pressure. Just use it very gently and lightly. And this is 2000 grit, means that it barely have the sand on it. It's like a paper, a little bit rough, so it doesn't really It doesn't hurt if you know what you're doing, but again, as I mentioned, and I have it in my description, you have to be professional at it or like seek advice. This is just informational only. And then we wipe it again. So the first wipe can take off some of these, paste polish. You may need like one or like two or three wipes, but the last one you should, you know, um, press a little bit, harder just so you can take off the residues and kind of, and it dries really fast. So now if you notice, my other, wipes would be really easy. It's just you have to push it, like put some pressure on it so you take it off. So now it will dry. The more it dries, the easier it gets off, but you have to do it quickly because if you just leave it long time, then you have difficulty to take it off. Now this is should be the second wipe. You see how clean it gets? Then we wipe the other side as well. Here's the yellow, the stain that removed all the stain. You can see it on the tissue, the towel. And in this car it was white, so you don't see the paste on the car. But if you have a different color, you should constantly um, wipe it down, and be careful if you have some kind of paint. It would be a good idea to cover the paint. But since the paste was white and the car was white, so it wasn't a big concern in this case. See, if you compare both sides, you can see the difference already. This is super clean. Um, we haven't even used the finish. There's another car polish which is called finish. As I said, they have many different brands. It's just the finish line. It's kind of like filling out any you know cracks or anything. The small cracks in the plastic. I do use it as well, but at this point it's kind of optional. You don't even have to use it if you don't want to. When you use this, it gets a little bit blurry, a little bit, because it's kind of filling all the gaps, but it does provide some protection, in my opinion. It looks good now. Okay, here's when I completed both sides. So this is the um, right side, passenger side, and this is the driver side. So on the driver side, I did exactly the same thing what I showed you.